Hello, welcome to Fuzz TV Live on this Friday night. I had to delay the start of the stream a little bit. I forgot I had something to do, and I'd already started streaming, so just a little delay, but we're here. Still early though, still earlier than I sometimes start streaming, and we're going to watch movies tonight. At least 2, maybe 3, since we're starting a little bit earlier. I have cats around me. So we'll start relatively early. Watching movies. I think I'm just going to pick the first one, and then we'll go from there. And after that, we'll, maybe have votes and things. If we have a boss goal for maybe one of them, then obviously that's how we'll help decide the second or third. Hey Elsa, welcome to the stream. Welcome all. No idea if notifications were going out or anything. Seems to be very hit and miss these days. Very hit and miss. So yes, how is everyone? Assuming everyone's realised that I've actually started streaming and it's not just a welcome screen anymore. Because it was on. That was on for like 25 minutes, which is a lot longer than normal. Pardon me. Enjoying the last of my beverage. I'll get a snack once we gear up for the movies. Just clicking around. That's no big deal, Elsa. It's no big deal. Yeah, it's been a few days since I streamed actually. When was the last time? Like Tuesday, maybe? Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Monday actually. Yeah, I think it was Monday the last time we streamed. No notification. Oh well, hopefully people still notice the stream and come filtering in. So we won't start the first movie for a little bit, just to give people a chance to come in. Maybe we'll start in about half an hour. And depending on how we feel, maybe we'll do a third movie tonight. That's how feisty I'm feeling. I want to get my movie numbers up, damn it. Fairly saw the best of 2019. Oh, did you enjoy it? Were you surprised by picks? Cats will not be tonight. I mentioned this when I posted this on the community tab on YouTube, but Cats will be Sunday night. We'll do Cats Sunday night. I might watch a second movie as well, but Cats will be Sunday night. The notifications going around? That's a shame. That's a shame. I need to wipe my nose. Hold on. It was fun. Can't believe Connor brought up Hacksaw Ridge as something good. Well, Connor be Connor. Yeah. Connor be Connor. That's all I have for that. In terms of an explanation. I read they stopped filming the Amazon Lord of the Rings series because you know what? Eric, I'm pretty also welcome to the stream, but I'm pretty sure everything is stopped filming at this point. Nothing. I don't think anything is still shooting anywhere. Oh yeah, 1917 is great. Great movie. Wonderful theatrical experience. Oh dear. Yeah, so I'm thinking the first movie today will be Runaway Train, which is on Prime. Although I do have the Blu-ray. I may not bother using the Blu-ray though. I may just be lazy and use Prime. Nah, sure. I should watch the Blu-ray because the quality's better. Whoa, whoa. Are all my kitties in here? I think two of them are. Wesker and Garrus are in here. They're comfortable on the bed. Garrus is staring at me a little bit right now, though. Thinking, why are you looking at us, human? Don't cause trouble, cat. Don't cause trouble. Oh dear. Oh dear. Perhaps I should use this time. Connor's ran a bit endgame with something. He was. Could that be I step out for groceries and that's when you decide to start? David, I'm going to be on for a while tonight. I'll still be here when you get back. I'll still be here. Don't worry. Don't worry. Have I been? I've been okay. For once, me and Connor aren't behind in our stuff this week, so I actually feel like we're on time and on schedule for everything, which is good because it should mean I have time soon to get some extra stuff done that I've been meaning to get to. Yeah, I can't complain. I guess. I finally ordered some parts for the PC, which is cool. They're taking over a week to arrive because everything's slower right now, for obvious reasons. Patrons will be delighted to hear that me and Connor finally recorded the first episode of 6 Feet Under, which will be an audio only, already cancelled for patrons, which was voted for like 4 or 5 months ago at this point. But it is finally starting, and will probably be out next week. Maybe even early next week. So yeah, welcome everyone who's filtering in. We are going to watch movies, probably start about half an hour. First movie we're going to watch is Runaway Train, Runaway Train, which is on Amazon Prime. But we're starting early enough that tonight I might even do 3 movies. That may be a thing. Once enough of the regulars are here, we'll sort out how we're picking the other ones, but that's the plan for tonight. I just want to watch movies and hang out is basically what I want to do. Eric, I remember the writer's strike 2007 delayed some series as well as if I'm not wrong. Yeah, no, it did. There was a weird thing that year where a lot of the seasons, because they were able to go back and finish the seasons at the end, but obviously there was less episodes overall though because they skipped this big chunk in the middle. So I remember a lot of shows going from 22 episodes down to about 14, or something thereabouts. But this is probably going to be longer. And a lot of shows just won't finish their seasons, and they'll essentially start their next seasons by wrapping up previous seasons' plots. It's going to be weird for a lot of the writers. Elsa, your mom's getting used to my voice. She asked me yesterday if you were streaming while I was watching the best of 2019. That's pretty funny, actually. That's actually pretty funny. I'm glad your mother's starting to enjoy the sweet tones of my my voice. Oh, Garrus is licking himself. Just keep you all apprised of the cat shenanigans that are going on. I finished my beverage. I shall have to get a new one for the movie. When we begin. Yeah. The content's been pretty consistent this week, actually. I feel like I've had like something to be up for early for Patreon every day that's going live the next day. So there's always something replacing the previous thing. There was a Screams, then an Ace, then previously the Multiverse, then Screams, and then tonight an Ace went up early and Screams went live. So there's been something kind of big after that every day. The writer strike made Lost all goofy. That's when they started making shorter seasons. Well, season 4 was going to be shorter anyway, but it was even shorter than it was supposed to be, because it was supposed to be 16 episodes, and it ended up only being 14. And they ended up giving them those 2 extra episodes back, one each for the next 2 seasons, because it was meant to be 3 seasons of 16. But it ended up being 1 of 14 and 2 of 17, essentially. How many frozen pizzas are too many? 30? I don't know. It's not like they go out of date, at least not for a long ass time. Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles season 1 only got 9 episodes instead of 18, I think. Was it that condensed? I would have assumed it was meant to be 13, but I don't remember well enough. Morgan, welcome to the stream. Just finished binging Dark together with your reviews, and it's so good. Dark is very good. Dark is a show that begs to be thought about and begs to be like mapped out. The only problem with Dark is that I felt I had to rewatch season 1 before season 2, and I feel like I'm going to have to rewatch both 1 and 2 before season 3, because it's so complex and there's so many characters and so many connections between characters and so many different ages of each character that it's a lot to take in, but it's very good. It's easy to become obsessed. You almost want to do your own murder board with all the red string, with all the photographs. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. The one letdown of the week was that donut shop that deliveries closed for Holy Week. I can't catch a break. Why would they shut for Holy Week? Donuts have holes in them. They can tie it in as a market thing. Yes, Renegade, you saw Holy God. Yeah, the Holy God forgives. God told me to. Apparently my mind's not with it today. I keep swapping titles out with other things. Hell of a movie. Hot Pockets. I can't get into the Hot Pockets. Any attempt I've had of experiencing a Hot Pocket or similar item has been met with disappointment and just that awkward experience. But back when I ate cheese, a proper calzone, now that was something that worked. Was Lost affected by the writer strike? Yeah, Lost was. Lost was meant to have a season 4 of about 16 episodes, and ended up only being shorter by 2 because they were doing a shorter season anyway. They'd done so much of it in advance that they ended up only, by the time they got back to working again, they only actually lost 2 episodes. We're watching Runaway Train to start with, Bob. Other movies are TBD. But yeah, it was. Yeah, the writer strike was crazy. And I remember like we almost had another one a couple of years ago, and there was like all this tension of like, oh, please don't do this again. And then of course this current situation is like even bigger than the writer strike ever would have been, and it will probably last longer. It's affecting everything. Everything from movies to TV to sports to wrestling to everything. Everything's on pause. But never count me out, Peter. I learned how to make funnel cake, which is a close cousin of a donut. Ah, I've never had funnel cake actually. Never had funnel cakes. That's something that's common around these parts. I've heard of funnel cake in movies and stuff, but never quite got my hands on it. I'm you know what? I'm going to Google funnel cake. I want to know what it looks like. What does funnel cake look like? I hope it's a big donut. That's given what you just said. I'm hoping it's a big donut. Funnel cake. I would debate that that's not a cake. Looking at these images, I wouldn't call this a cake, even if that's technically what they call it. It's more like a cross between a donut and like a pretzel, by the looks of it. It's like a squiggly donut. 85 sounds right, Bob. I don't have it in front of me, but it's in the 80s. It's Eric Roberts is in it, and some other people. That helps. Pete, can I send you some Trix cereal? Hey Taylor, welcome to the stream. We don't have a PO box because they're actually quite expensive to maintain, which is really awkward when we're all in different places as well. I don't know if I could put it on my Amazon wish list so you can do it that way, because that's the one way you can send me stuff right now. Is if it's on my Amazon wish list, you can do it through Amazon, but I have to actually add it to my wish list for it to work. How was the strike resolved? Better pay for the writers? Yeah, kind of. It was basically, there was a lot of I can't remember the exact details. The one that just happened or almost happened a couple of years ago, the dispute was over streaming services and how that kind of changed how they were being paid and how they were kind of like being hired for shorter seasons because the seasons were much shorter these days. It was kind of similar, that strike in 2007, where so much was changing in the industry that they had to like have rules for new types of content. Cats is on Sunday, Bob. Oh yeah, the award season is going to be weird. It's going to be weird. Bundt cake. But yeah, bundt cakes is kind of like a giant donut. Although it doesn't look like it actually tastes like a donut. It looks like it tastes like cake. Just from these images. It looks cake texture, not donut texture. Although one of these has got cream in the middle, like it's a big giant circular Twinkie. I can get behind that. Although the chocolate caramel one looks quite good as well. Why am I looking at cakes? This is just upsetting me. Because I don't have cakes to eat. I want cake. I have 3 favourite cats. None of them are in that movie. I assume that's maybe ice cream cakes are your favourite, Taylor. I've never really had many ice cream cakes. It's never. I mean, ice cream is like something I like from time to time, but it's not something I eat a lot of. It's you know, I tend to be more excited when it's like a sundae with cream or something like that. You will like the funnel cake, Peter, because you like donuts. I'll believe you. What are my cats named? I have 3 cats. The ginger one is called Firefly, the black cat is called Wesker, and the grey striped and white cat is called Garrus. They're all nerdy names. Firefly is after the TV show. Garrus is named after a video game character from Mass Effect. And Wesker is named after Wesker from Resident Evil. I can't pick a non-nerdy name. It's just not in my nature. I just can't do it. But yeah. I ordered my computer case and my computer, my CPU cooler this week. So we're getting close to a finished machine. Just hard drives, the PSU, and the graphics card to go after that. Yours are Tully, Sharptooth, and Basil. Very nice. I don't know, where's Sharptooth from? Admittedly, I don't know if I mean Basil. To me, I hear Basil and I think Basil the Great Mouse Detective. I have no idea if that's the Basil you've named it after. But what's Sharptooth from? Is Tim feeling better? Yeah, Tim's feeling better. We recorded streams last night to make up for one that we didn't do on Sunday because his voice was a bit rough. Don't worry, he was never worried that it was the Thing, right? Land Before Time. Okay. I grew up watching that. Nah, they're asleep now. Garrus was licking himself, but he's decided to go to sleep. He's decided to go for a snooze. Firefly is nowhere to be found though. I think Firefly is sulking around on his own somewhere, feeling sorry for himself for some reason. Do 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 do. Baloo, Shadow, and Raindrop are yours, Renegade. They call it T-Rex Sharptooth in the first. Yeah, it sounds familiar now. You're telling me that. I used to love that movie as a kid. Here in Sweden, we maybe could film a series with a small crew. Yeah, maybe. I don't know Sweden, how strict Sweden's rules are right now. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you're from Sweden, given that you're spelling Eric with a K. It's very, very Scandinavian. I didn't finish the Let 4 review yet, but I love how you just sit in disappointment while Tim sings its praises. Oh, the man's crazy. The man is crazy talking about Leprechaun movies. Wow, how many of us have 3 cats? This is insane. Elsa's the 4th person with 3 cats. Veronica, Kiki, and Guapo. Is that how I pronounce that? Guapo? I'm going to just assume Veronica Mars, Kiki's delivery service. I don't know what Guapo could be from though. Oh no, they added Biodome to Prime. I don't want that. Oh, Rambo Last Blood's on Prime. It's not meant to be very good, but I should see it at some point, so I'll add it to the old watch list. I only have 2. Yes, it means handsome. Oh, how sweet. I'm just looking at what they added to Prime in the last day or 2. Yeah, Rambo Last Blood's kind of the only notable thing, really. Okay. Because Code Veronica. I guess. I get that. Was Breaking Bad Season 1 short due to the writer's strike, or just because that's as far as they played? No, that was the writer's strike. Season 1 of Breaking Bad was the writer's strike. And you can kind of tell actually. See when you watch season 2, you can kind of tell. I mean, it's been a while since I watched it, but I remember thinking as I was watching it for the first time that there was definitely a section in season 2 that felt like the end of a season, and then it felt like it started like a new season. And it was weird, but it definitely felt like, yeah, whatever they had planned for the rest of season 1 was kind of the first chunk of season 2, and then the rest was whatever. Hey Cindy. Yeah, we all have 3 cats. It's weird. Ah, there it is. Add that to the old watch list. Yeah, there's rumors of Resident Evil 4 remake. There's even weirder rumors of Sony buying Silent Hill's IP from Konami, and having 2 Silent Hill games in development, a reboot and Silent Hills with Kojima. And then even crazier than that they've also bought Metal Gear Solid from Konami, which is like, that would be huge if they like reveal the PS5 and say, hey, we're going to have Metal Gear Solid games and we're going to have Silent Hill games. Like, the world would freak out for that. Yeah, Veronica after Veronica Mars. I wanted to name her Buffy, but it didn't suit her personality. That's fair. I can see it. We're going to start with Runaway Train, Cindy, which is on Prime. And we might even do 3 tonight if we're feeling up to it, since I started it kind of early. We'll probably start Runaway Train in about 15 minutes. Hey, Red Boy. Was there any writer strikes before that, like in the 90s? There was one in the 80s. There was one in about 88, 87. And I know this because... Wait, who has the Metal Gear rights now? Well, as far as we know, Konami. But there's rumours that Sony are trying to buy them from them. But there was a writer strike in the 80s because there was some shortened seasons. If you look at Star Trek The Next Generation, season 2 was a little bit shorter. It was, instead of 26 episodes like the other seasons, it was only 22. And I actually remember the Halloween 4 commentary track from the writer. He mentioned that he had to rush finishing the script because of the writer strike that happened. So there was one in the 80s. Binge watched. I'm not okay with it, or not okay with this rather. I really enjoyed it. Watched it in one sitting, only 7 episodes, and each is about 20 to 30 minutes. Cool. I heard mixed things actually. I heard mixed things about that when it was coming out. That's interesting. Interesting. You have a hard limit on pet numbers. I guess it makes sense, but oh, my arm's creaking. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do a runaway train first. I don't know if you guys want to do a boss goal tonight for picking movie number 2. It seems like a good night for it, if people are up for it. But Fletcher isn't here to snipe. Yes, but what would the real snipe be? Where we think he's not here and then he pops in and snipes out of nowhere? That sounds very Fletchery. Please no hurt me. Hey David, like it might just be your night to be dethroned as the stream boss. That's okay. Do 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 do. They just added a bunch of James Bond movies to Prime. Obviously, I'm good. I don't need to be watching any of those. Because I'd rather just do other things with my time. Like anything. Okay. Okay. You gotta be careful. This stuff like leaves Prime so often. You have to kind of keep an eye on it. Like I only just started adding stuff to my watch list when we started streaming movies from Prime, and like already like a bunch of the earlier ones have all left. I'd say do the boss goal, but if it doesn't work out, no big deal. Yeah, I could just do the regular boss goal. For the end of Runaway Train. Boss gets to pick from 3 options, well, 2 technically, and whoever the runner up is, as in who donates the most, gets to veto one of them. Unless we think of new rules that anyone would like to try, but that seems to have worked the last couple of times. Do 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 do. Maybe we will. It'd be kind of a shame if Fletcher doesn't show up if we end up doing that. The poor boy's been wanting the great alligator. That's weird. There's 2 lessons for it. How very odd. How very odd. New rule: boss dictates Peter's clothing during stream or lack thereof. Oh, I don't know. That feels unfair. I feel like some of the ladies might end up bankrupting themselves trying to trying to win if I put that on the table. Ugh. Oh,
well, the leprechaun. Of
thanks,
course.
Elsa.
The most iconic.
That was interesting timing, given what the joke just was. Possibly double. Thank you. Question about Blu-rays, Pete. Do the 4K ones need special things to play, or can I play them on a regular console? The 4K Blu-ray needs a 4K drive. It's a separate player. It's just like going from DVD to Blu-ray. You need the player that plays them. So a PS4 can't do 4K Blu-rays. Only regular Blu-rays. Yes, the ladies. Certainly no one else. Okay, maybe David too. David's clearly. Can I play to keep Peter's clothes on? Sure, Elsa. That's what we'll say. Wink, wink. I can't wink, admittedly. Can we have a round of Wheel of Fuzz? You want a round of Wheel of Fuzz? We can do that quickly before the movie if you want. I won't argue with you. Oh, Fletcher's here. Here and ready to snipe. What's going on? We're going to watch Runaway Train, although we're having a round of Wheel of Fuzz first because Elsa really wants one and threw some money my way to make it happen. Who am I to deny? I mean, the PS5 will play 4K Blu-ray. In fact, the Xbox One plays 4K Blu-ray, funnily enough. But the games aren't as good, so it's like... That said, though, Renegade, a lot of the 4K Blu-rays come as a dual pack with the Blu-ray as well, so... I was thinking about writing a script that would always monitor the streams and snipe every time when I'm not around. I mean... I'm okay with that, I suppose. I can't argue. Right, Wheel of Fuzz. Did we have a category picked out last time? Last time we played this, whenever that was. I have the Blu-ray for the first movie of the night. We might even do 3 movies tonight, is what I've been saying to people. But we are going to do the stream boss idea. At least for the first movie. I don't know if we do some sort of extended version of it for the second movie, so we can pick the third movie. I don't know. We'll see what people want. I have a single Blu-ray 3D. What does that mean? It means that it's got a 3D movie on it. Right, put that there. With the category. I shall just pick one. I've been too late to remember who won last time. Xbox One S will play 4K Blu-ray, not the original Xbox One. Oh, true. But you can't buy the original one anymore, though. I think that's been discontinued for a while now. Obviously, the Xbox One X can also play them as well, but I suppose that's obvious if the S can. Alright, I've picked a category. The category is just simply movie. Right, keep them open. Just putting the boxes in. I haven't done this, so I'm just trying to remember how to do this. Put that there. Okay, that's that. Okay. Do you need a special player or TV? You don't need a special player, actually. I don't think. Actually, technically, you do. Yes, I mean, you have to have HDMI like 1.4 at least coming out of the player if you actually want to watch the 3D movie, and you definitely need a 3D TV. Sometimes, like I have one or two Blu-rays that technically are 3D, but they have the 2D version as well. So you don't need a 3D player to play the disc necessarily. You just want to actually output 3D unless you have the right thingamajig. I'm happy for you, Elsa. I am. Who's playing Elsa? Which three people are playing in this round then? What are you sending me, David? I see a link. Something went wrong. Link didn't work. Alright, is Photoshop going to work? It is. I just need to do this and there we go. I would not bother with it, David, is my my answer. I need the wheel up, don't I? I need to get the wheel ready. I haven't done this in a while. Megan, Eric, and Rude. Okay. Eric, you've not done this before. If you're familiar with Wheel of Fortune, it's basically the same idea. Where you're trying to get points and then you have to like win the round to bank the points, but there's a chance that the wheel could take them away. It's all very exciting. Okay, so Renegade, Eric, and Rude. Renegade, Eric, and Rude. Right, where's my wheel? Oh, I don't need the wheel separately. Live actions. I need to figure out Costco home delivery. I miss my items in bulk. That was Elsa's note on the tip. Alright, live actions. Ooh, alerts volume? Oh, I need more things to this. Okay. So, Renegade, this is your spin. That is a free vowel, so that's worth 200 points. 200 points for the free vowel. Pick a vowel. You want an E. Oop. Let me take that away. Just so I can actually check where these are, because it's hard to predict. Okay, there's actually two E's. So there's 400 points been added to the pool. Oh. There we go. Two E's. Two E's. Passing it. Alright, Eric, you're up. So I'm going to spin the wheel for you, and this will dictate how many points you get per letter, should you get a letter that's on the phrase, on the movie title. Here we go. Wheel spin. 100 points. You get 100 points for the pool per appearance of whatever letter you pick. Consonant, that is. Has to be a consonant. I'll put the board back up. That sounds right, Elsa. John Voight's on there. John Voight, Eric Robertson, Rebecca De Mornay. And the booklet that comes with this Blu-ray is quite thick. Oh, did I forget to reset the thing again? Damn, it's on normal latency. I forgot it switched back to that. I don't know if there's any way I could. I think I have to actually end the stream and start it again. A perhaps? No, it has to be a consonant, Eric. You don't get to pick a vowel unless you land on the vowel thing. So any consonant no will do. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay then. There is no K's, unfortunately. So no points this letter. That takes us on to Rude Boy. I shall spin the wheel. Anti-garbage, oh my. Anti-garbage. So we agreed that there's a flat 200 points as well for whatever letter you picked, but you've got an anti-garbage in the tank. So yeah, you still get to pick a letter though, Rude Boy. All right. M. There are no M's, Rude Boy, I'm afraid. So, there you go. No M's, no M's. I'll spin the wheel then. We're back to Renegade. £1,000 per appearance of this letter. Big points potential here. Big points potential. R for Renegade. R for Renegade. There is definitely an R. Yeah, there's one R. There's one R. So adds 1,000 to the pool. Some of my Eagle auto completes are from the old picture game horror movie Ice Cream Balls. We'll definitely go back to that at some point. Screenshot game was good fun. Alright, passing, that means we're back to Eric. Eric, I'm going to spin the wheel for you. Here we go. Spin the wheel. £250 points per appearance of your consonant. So I'll put it back up. That still is so long that I might actually go and can I go grab the PS4 in a minute? I might do that actually while I'm waiting on an answer for one soon. Eric guesses C. There are no C's, I'm afraid. So we're back round to Rude Boy. So I'll spin for you. $250 again. I'm just running away. I'll be back second. Oh. Oh. I'm back. T. There is, in fact, a T. Let me just take that away. Da, 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 da. Okay, there's one T, so that'll add 250 to the pool. There we go. That first word could be parent. I mean, I don't think so, since the T's already been revealed. Passing, that's cool. Back to Renegade then. Let me spin the wheel. Around she goes. 1,000 again. What? Since when does Renegade get the big points? But hey, 1,000 again. David claims to have it. You want an L? Alright. There are L's. There are two, in fact. Actually, no, there's three. Oh, I tell a lie. There's three L's, which adds 3,000 onto the pool. Big points. Big points. Oh, the good news is I don't actually have to mute the notifications during this one for the tips because I'm not watching it on the PC for a change. I'm watching it via the PS4. And there's an anti-garbage, yeah. There's one anti-garbage in the tank. Alright, passing it on. Alright, Eric. Oh. You're up. Here's your spin. Miss a turn. Sorry, Eric. Not having the best of luck, actually. Right, spin again, this time for Rude Boy. Here we go. Free Vil. 200 points per Vil. As it appears. Oh, I also got delivery. Yay. Right, going for A. There is indeed some A's. There are two A's, adding 400 to the pool. And come. Oh. Alright, we're giving Renegade another spin. It's taking so long for this delay that I'm running about and doing things every time I'm waiting for an answer to something. So I'll spin the wheel. For Renegade. Freeville. And there are actually no vills left, which basically means that's just kind of miss a turn. Oh, that is not good news, Fletcher. That is not good news. Eric, you're up then. Let me spin for you. Miss a Jesus. You're having bad luck. This is the opposite of beginner's luck. Rude Boy, back to you. 250. $250. I've got like a brownie-esque thing. It's the closest thing I've got to cake. K? Hasn't K been guessed already? Ah, okay, I get you. There's one H. And 250 onto the pool. Fairly Lethal is correct. Banking that 5,300 points into the total. Which puts it up to 9,200. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was a solid round. You got a lot of points in that round. Right, I'm going to set up the movie. Runaway Train. It's on Amazon Prime, 1985. John Voight, Eric Roberts. Which reminds me, actually, last time we did a movie and we had the stream boss goal, we didn't do a second movie. That was Nightstick because it basically killed us all. Within 5 minutes, rude boy. But basically, there was a couple of tips in that, which I'm going to carry forward into this one. So I think Tyler donated 10 and Fletcher donated 11. So those are carrying forward onto this one tonight. Well, there's always a delay between when I say something and you hear it. But for some reason, I've always had it set to the shorter delay. For some reason, it's set back to the original one, and I can't change it while the stream's on. So we're just kind of stuck with a slightly longer delay tonight. Which is fine, I think, when we're watching the movie, because you're going to be in sync with me anyway. Not a big deal. But it was kind of annoying for the game, because there was like all these pauses between you telling me something, or not even me like spinning a wheel, or me saying, hey, pick a thing, and the length of time it took was quite long. And Elsa's 5 will count as well towards this. Yeah, real boom, Bob. So we are doing stream boss rules. Whoever the stream boss says at the end of Runaway Train will get to pick one of 3 options that I decide for movie number 2. And maybe in movie number 3 as well. Maybe we'll sort of carry it on throughout the second movie. And the runner-up, which is either whoever donated the most, or if that's the person who is the stream boss, then whoever did the second most will get to veto one of the 3 picks first. The Park Uprising didn't come as a shock, Bob. Not to Sarek. Sarek knew it was coming. He implied as much last week. Okay. So unlike normal, the stream tips will be audible. You'll hear the GIF audio play when they happen, because it's not muted, because I'm not watching the movie through the PC. I am listening to the headphones via the PS4 this time, which is handy. So I'm going to move on the couch, and everyone can maybe get their movie set at 0. Pause your movie at 0 if you're going to join us for this. It is on Amazon Prime US. It is a Runaway Train starring Eric Roberts and John Voight from 1985. I didn't check to see if it's available in the UK or wherever else anywhere, so you might want to check, and if it isn't, I'm sure it's rentable on Amazon or Apple or Google or whatever. Alright, let me move things in. Firefly, stop in a menace. Right, Bob and Rude Boy are ready. That's cool. I got my Blu-ray booted up. I think there's a train. I'm fairly. I've not seen it, Elsa, but I'm fairly confident there's a train. Cindy's ready. That's cool. I actually go use the bathroom before we start. So while my Blu-rays get into the menu, I'll go and do that. I'll be back in a second, guys. But hopefully this is good. Hopefully this is fun. All hail Lord Firefly. How's this for framing? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, I need to make the text bigger on chat. I'll never be able to read it that size from over here. Oh. That's good. Let's go to setup. Let's make sure the subtitles are on. Good. Go to play. Pausing this at 0 may be a bit more difficult on the. Right, you guys start with an MGM logo. Is that the first thing that's popping up? Oh, Firefly. Give me peace. Firefly. He's such a menace. He's such a menace, this cat. What? Oh, he's the worst. He's the best, but he's also the worst. Right, MGM's first. Okay, cool. I was just making sure there was no extra thing at the start of my Blu-ray, because sometimes like, the studio who put it out will do a thing or whatever. I'll make sure I can hear the gift notifications should they happen, because they won't be playing through my headphones this time. Alright, well, if everyone's ready, so we're going to do Runaway Train 1985, starring Eric Roberts and John Voight. Have your thing paused at 0. In a second or two, I'm going to count down in 3, 2, 1 and press play, and everyone can press play. And you should all be in sync with me, and hopefully you'll stay in sync throughout the movie. And it'll be hopefully good and fun and whatever. Alright. Okay, without further ado. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, the lion's properly roaring. Oh, this is far too loud. A weird C thing. You mean canon? Never heard of canon, David? It's a canon movie. I didn't realize it was a canon movie. Actually, quite. I don't know if saying I'm excited is quite the right term, but I'm intrigued. Firefly, you on stream now? It's a canon. Runaway train. This is so much louder than I usually listen to these in my headphones. Which would be fine, except that I can't hear my own voice. So this is going to be a challenge. I can alter the volume in the PS4, but I don't know if I can do it without it pausing the movie. So I'm going to just try and deal with it. But that train noise was really loud. It's now quieting down, I can hear my voice again. But that train was loud as shit. If Voight has that accent from Anaconda. Let's get my pad over here. Oh, we're starting off in Alaska. Oh, it's nice and cold. Kurosawa? If it's Connor on a train, I'm more than happy. Based on a story by Kurosawa. I was not expecting that, Fletcher. I'm glad you noticed that, because that's actually quite a big deal. He's a charmer. So they revived a Kurosawa script at Canon. That's pretty amazing. The prisoners seem restless. I don't know if it's just me. That doesn't feel like normal day-to-day prison activity. I was able to adjust the volume without pausing it. I took the risk. It was too loud in my ears. Danny Trejo making an appearance. Yes. Hey, this got a pristine Arrow Blu-ray, so I'm hoping for some fun here. Yeah, Fletcher's winning right now, by the way, with Tyler in second place. Although Tyler, I don't think's here, and he may be here later, but he's probably not going to be here for this movie. Elsa's in third. Imagine referring to John Voight as kid. Really was a different time. Wonder what's the earliest movie about a prison break in history. Oof. Well, I mean, prisons have been a thing, like, since, way before movies were getting made. So I have to imagine there was a prison break movie, and basically as soon as, basically as the medium started. I was just laughing there because one of the prisoners was making a joke about the mother's fart hole or some shit. I'll give you the timestamp, Elsa. Because you're better off if you're all synced to me rather than. What am I doing? I'm not playing it on the computer, I'm playing it on the PS4. 10 minutes 17, Elsa. Is this Bronson he's talking to? Where does Shia LaBeouf fit into that list of hierarchy exactly? It's nice that the prisoners get popcorn for the boxing match. That's a very young Eric Roberts fighting a fairly young Danny Trejo. He said, God, there's your answer. I didn't even recognize him at first because of the short hair. It's kind of weird. Buck McGeehee. Oh, Bob Shay's in the crowd. He's walking with a tent in slow motion. No actual Bob Shay. Oh shit! Through the hand. That's an interesting tidbit. It's nice to see how Danny Trejo has turned his life around. He made such a career as an actor in his later years. I I was not expecting Voight to be doing another accent. It's not as bad as the other one from Anaconda, but it's not good either. Man, so much stabbing. I mean, yeah, it's like, what, 40 years ago almost? Well, 35. That said, Diatrio and Con Air looks still a lot like Diatrio. Do you know, I thought that for a second as well, also. I kept thinking of the Flash because he's got a red shirt with a white circle. I kept thinking that too. Everyone's getting stabbed in this movie, apparently. Sometimes it's southern, sometimes it sounds like he's doing an Al Pacino impression. His mustache is a little bit silly as well. Seems like it, Elsa. They get their blue uniform, get a knife, their bar of soap. We're getting to the train, Bob. Patience, patience. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, we have to earn the train. We can't just have the train immediately. Now, this is an escape plan. Even Roberts has got a bit of a weird accent going. Yeah, don't act nervous or anything. Eric Roberts' daughter was in the hunt. Um, is Emma Roberts his daughter? I never, you know what? I never thought about it. I knew she was related to Julia Roberts. I never thought about what her relation to Eric Roberts was. If that's his daughter, then yeah, she was in the hunt. I know her more from Stream Queens though, and Black Coat Star. I mean, surely they don't let him go outside with the laundry. Wait, why is he outside? Why? What? Why did they let the prisoner go outside with the laundry? Surely they're still behind a fence. They have to still be behind a fence. They're estranged. That's a shame. Emma Roberts is my favourite Roberts. Also, we're getting John Voight oiling himself up here, which is what everyone wanted. I was not expecting such a erotic scene this early in the film. They're wrapping they're wrapping themselves in cling film. I'm curious to see how this factors into the plan here to get out. Is that meant to keep them warm? Is that all this is? Some sort of DIY thermal suit? That was almost that was like a Brooklyn accent. Maybe I'm just thinking that because of Super Mario Brothers. Had you ever been in a zoo before? We're going to come across that portal to the Koopa Kingdom in a minute. Have I seen Escape from Alcatraz? I haven't actually. Rude boy. Of course it stinks, it's a sewer. Pass right by anti-different. Firefly. $100 if it turns out this movie is part of Super Mario Bros. Cinematic Universe. I'll hold you to that. Oh, it's daytime. I got light kind of quick. Maybe they really edited down that lubing up scene. Get the riot gear out. The prisoners are restless. The seeds were planted, David. The game was out. The first game was out. Seeds were planted. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff kicking around. Uh, we have to plant the seeds for the Goombas in the Fungus Kingdom. The Goombas. Princess Daisy and Toad and oh, what a movie! The pizza delivery guy with the scorpions in the pizza. Is this the titular train? Or is this train merely a tease, a prelude to the locomotive to come? Years ago, you waited tables with one of the kidnapped girls from Mario Bros. What a claim to fame. I hope she had fun riding the pipe and the big mattress with Mario. And the other question to ask David is which one is going to be the villain at the end of the movie? Which one's going to be more villainous? You're always trying to go into Jenny. Better hope the shoes fit. Oh, there's the train. The other train was a tease. This is the real train. It got a big entrance coming through the smoke. This is the runaway train. Get some kick-ass theme music. Oh yeah. I love that it treated the train like a character. It gets the slow motion entrance. I love it. Hey B, we're watching Runaway Train from 1985, starring a young Eric Roberts and a youngish John Voight. I think it's a remake, or I mean, I guess reboot's a better term because it's not like they're just going to do the story of the movie and that's it. They'll have it continue, so I'm sure the ending will be different. But I could be wrong. We're 34 minutes and 9 seconds in. Should you wish to jump in, it's on Amazon Prime. Whew. Pardon me. I'm a patron subscriber. If I could, I would donate more. Keep up the good work. Oh, thanks, B. We appreciate every and any patron. Everyone's support is wonderful. I'm trying to think of a good word. It's wonderful. John Voight is so pissed that Eric Roberts tagged along. He's so pissed. Yeah, the snow's adding a lot to the setting. Yeah, it'll be more drawn out though, I imagine, Rude Boy. Like they probably won't get out of that first car until the end of at least the first episode, if not even later. We played Resident Evil 3 on hardcore. It's too hard for me. Uh, well, it was easy enough, but I did it on hardcore. But by the time I did it in hardcore, I'd already unlocked some of the bonuses to make it easier. So if you do it in normal first and unlock some of the coins, hardcore's not that bad. Nemesis is a little bit more aggressive, but that's pretty much it. Do I take checks? I'm afraid not. Checks are not an option, I'm afraid. I don't think they did anything to him. I think this is just the luck. They snuck onto a train that is now a runaway train. This is basically Unstoppable, but with criminals on it. Yeah, checks are really just for businesses now, for the most part. Hey, if they're going to adapt a Silent Hill game, Silent Hill 2 is the one to do it. Story is really good. Yeah, that's an odd stereotype they're trying to build in there, Bob. Especially since I feel like that would work on any one. I would be distracted by porn. David, you shut your filthy mouth. How dare you? I didn't. I saw you did it, B, but I didn't listen to it. I thought it might upset me too much. Oh, Eric Roberts just got his heart broken. Yeah, Eric's definitely the wild card here. He's the Charlie Day of the group. On Wikipedia, I read that Akira planned to make a film about 1968 Life magazine article about Runaway Train, but the filming were cancelled at the last minute. Yeah, David, I think, told us earlier that it was Snowstorms. Or was it Renegade? Someone told us earlier. This is not the kind of Runaway Train I was expecting. That's good. Well, the prison was in Alaska. I don't know if these two are meant to be from Alaska. They sound like they're coming from wildly different places. It's like the warden respects him. He respects how audacious he is. Rock v Shawn Michaels, who wins in their prime? Uh, I don't really think about wrestling that way because it's, storytelling. Shawn was the better wrestler. Rock was possibly the more charismatic presence, though. Real men don't dream, Eric. Florence Pugh's dating Zach Braff? That's disappointing. Because he's the worst. This is a very intense description of his future employment. He's talking about cleaning floors or something. He's been very intense about it. Adi Almas is dating Ben Affleck? What? Why are all these young actresses who are younger than me dating all these old dudes? It's not actually that big a train. It's only got like a few cars. You say that, Renegade, but we're talking about Hollywood here. There's younger guys who are rich. Also, Zach Braff is powerful. That's a bit of a stretch. I mean, I don't rate it that highly, B, but that's not that weird. Yeah, Ben Affleck's a mess. That is also true. This guy back at the train company is very intense. What's it, that music? Ebert liked the movie? Interesting. Oh, it's gonna hit the back of the train. It's a runaway train. I kind of miss the days of LED board displays. I want that version of steampunk punk alt tech. I'm with you. Well, that's just its theater intake. I assume it's probably past its budget over the 30 plus years in home video. Let go. He did pick the train. It's a very good point, Eric. It's way better than Nightstick. Oh, it's much better than Nightstick. I'm going to guess zero of that budget was for dialogue coaches for these two. Hey, I bought the Blu-ray. I contributed significant profit. Turn it on now. What's the minute mark? I'll give you B. Oh. 50 minutes and 42 seconds. That's 50 minutes and now 44, 45, 46 seconds, so on and so on. So, what's the Oscars? Which categories? These two were nominated for acting? Are you serious? Voight and Roberts were nominated for acting awards for this movie. What? What? I'm baffled. It was an Arrow Blu-ray which I collected at one point, and it sounded cool. I am baffled by that. I mean, I'm enjoying this well enough, but their performances are sketchy at best. Where's our leading lady? The third billed actor is a woman, and we've not introduced any major female characters yet. I've never smoked, no. I've always hated the smell. For as long as I can remember. Nor that either. John Voight got a Golden Globe for Best Actor award according to Wiki. This is baffling. Absolute baffling. 61 minutes till she shows. It's 1985. 1985's got tons of good movies. 1985 is Back to the Future. 1985 is I think Goonies was 85. Like, there's good movies in 85. Baffled. I can only assume his performance in Coming Home is better than this. Firefly. The menace. Son of a bitch. I've seen The Witness. I didn't love it. And I like a lot of Peter Weir films, so I expected to really love that movie, and I thought it was okay. I've heard of Kiss of the Spider Woman. I've never seen it though, or honestly even really know what it's about. Ooh, Firefly. Uh, yeah, Ran's a better movie. I'm all to say that. Or I'm sorry to hear that, B. And they threw in Eric Roberts for the heck of it. Yeah, yeah. It was an honorary Oscar, honorary nomination, I should say. I never saw Old School. Seems familiar though. A prison cell somewhere in Latin America. Two very different men, warily confront each other. Where does the Spider Woman come into it? Tom Cruise or DiCaprio? I think Tom Cruise is a better actor. Although in real life he's more crazy. Leo's good, but he tries too hard sometimes. They confront each other in the shower. Do you like anchovies? That's where we are at this at the point of this movie. We're hitting an hour in this movie now. I would describe this as fairly high concept. This is close to a train version of Apollo 13. Man, Firefly's powering really hard. Oh, here's a lady. There we go. I also remember Bill Paxton turning to Tom Hanks and saying, "Hey, do you like anchovies, man?" And he's like, "I remember if we had anchovies before." And he's like, "You'd remember if we had anchovies before." Oh, I don't know. I may put Dark Knight above Terminator 2, but I'd put Terminator 1 above both of them, I think. I mean, maybe high concept's not the right phrase, but it's not. Like, it's a movie about two convicts who end up in a runaway train. It's it's more of an action thriller than your typical Oscar bait. It's a gimmicky premise. I just watched 86 Oscars clip. I was hoping they'd have to choose a clip from the movie to show Roberts acting, but they used still frames instead. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing, David. Yeah. Ah, ah. It's like Under Siege 2, but not as good. Da 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 da. I thought I had a notification. It's just telling me I'm done charging. I think the world would implode if that happened, rude boy. I don't know if it's bribes, Fletcher. I feel like Eric Roberts had some dirt on someone. I want to say it's blackmail. Good old fashioned blackmail. So maybe we shouldn't say too much because at the rate we're going, Robert Downey Jr. is going to win Best Actor for Doolittle because he'll have no one else. It'll be him and Will Smith for Bad Boys. You're right, there's going to be no movies. On the upside, Elizabeth Moss will win for Invisible Man. She's definitely the front runner right now for this year. Yeah, Sonic's gonna get some of that Oscar's glory. Yeah, Allison. Yeah. My money's still on the new consoles being pushed. I don't buy the PS5 and Xbox Series X will be out this year. They're insisting they will, but I don't buy it. Snowpiercer rocks. You must have been listening earlier. I'm not a huge fan of that movie. God damn it. People really high at Roberts back then. Okay. With high concept, that the title really explains what the essence of the movie is about. High concept doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the title. High concept usually just means there's a sort of quick, gimmicky way to explain what the premise of the movie is, and it's usually something, you know, over the top or science fictiony often, or like Speed, for example. Speed's a high concept movie, and this doesn't seem a million miles away from that. Up to the part of the game where I go looking for car parts. That's a good section. Yeah, Thingy's Town. Bill's Town. Good stuff. Class, no. Also, you watch the YouTube videos on how it's a sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Crazy stuff. I have not actually. I'm amused by the prospect, though. Peter, I'm a little bit behind you, so when you repeat a line, you always wind up syncing perfectly with the movie. Perfect. Perfect. What's crazy to me is that this came out 2 years prior to the more successful Julia Got Her Start. That is weird. I always assumed Julia came first in terms of her fame. You're right. Speed is a high concept movie. There's a bomb in a bus. If it goes under 50 miles per hour, it'll explode. That's high concept. I feel like some people are confused as to what high concept means. 'Firefly'. You're determined to snuggle with me, can't you? Please define high concept. High concept's just basically anything kind of gimmicky. Uh, like I say, speed's high concept because it's bombing a bus. It goes under 50 miles per hour, it'll explode. Well, you can explain the entire cell of the movie in one line. Uh, Non-high concept is something that's more of a drama. Like, Rear Window is another high concept movie. Alien 3's high concept. I don't know if Alien 3 counts, but yeah, explained in a sentence which is what I mean by gimmick usually. Perhaps the point to his high concept. I wouldn't say that's high concept. No, it's terrible. Also, I love how you had to type it out weird so that I get past the censorship. The Godfather is not high concept, of course, because that's more down to earth. High concept movie ideas can convey its hook and mass appeal in one simple or two sentences description. High concept doesn't mean complex or big budget. It's right though. That description is pretty much right. I mean, The Boy 2 sucks as a sentence. That is true. So what isn't high concept? The Godfather isn't high concept. You know, most dramas aren't high concept. A lot of thrillers aren't high concept. Ooh. Uh, yeah, The Pianist isn't high concept. Schindler's List isn't high concept. Stuff that's based on true stories, typically speaking, are not high concept. There isn't really an alternative term, no. High concept usually essentially boils down to like some really simple, very fictional idea. Yeah, there you go, Just in Space. That's one. Panic Room. I would say Panic Room is kinda, yeah. I'd say Panic Room's high concept. I wasn't expecting half this movie to be a debate about what high concept means. No, high doesn't mean positive or outstanding, no. Honestly, I think the biggest problem with this movie is the characters aren't that engaging. Well, we're making fun of Roberts and Voight for their accents, but they're not actually that interesting in terms of characters. Oh, I have no idea, Alison, where it comes from. I've just heard it used enough that I know what it means. Oh, this train dude standing up to the warden. He ain't holding back. Firefly. Wait, did we actually just... He's gonna come in and rough him up in the toilet? Oh, man. Okay, the warden's basically attained villain status. Kick him in the nards, go on. God, I hope this warden gets what's coming to him. Yes, that's high concept, Allison. Especially if you're going to go with a very specific visual like cube, which I'm assuming that's what you're describing. The train better hit the warden. That might happen, actually. Someone cue the Breaking Bad gif. Nothing stops this train. Movie could have been made much better if the acting wasn't so bad by the Oscar-nominated John Voight and Eric Roberts. He still definitely just committed assault, right? He did, yeah. I guess action movie rules, though, you just kind of overlook it, but technically, yes. Honestly, their characters are the worst part of the movie. And unfortunately, I think because I don't like those two characters, it makes the entire movie kinda less exciting because I don't care about the characters who are in the actual peril. Yeah. If you do the hokey pokey and you turn around, that's what it's all about. I asked him on an episode, Allison. You heard his opinion. He agreed with me. Cuba's science fiction. And the sequels are definitely science fiction. It does, because we're sitting here being baffled, Fletcher. We're being baffled as to why this happened. Oh yeah, Green Mile's a good example of a good warden. You're right. Saw movies Escape Room, The Hunt, which you just reviewed on streams, even though you determined it was an action movie in the end. That's true. The characters are barely part of the movie. The plot is about the train. They could have just easily been Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. They could have been. It could have been Speed 2 or Speed 3 or Speed 0. Yeah, I saw you dissing me. I wasn't dissing you. I've always thought of Cube as sci-fi. Sci-fi first. Oh. Firefly. Oh dear. Love story third. Indiana Jones has death traps. That's not a horror movie. Frozen? The one in the ski lift? I remember it being alright. Yeah, it's a shame this isn't better because the potential's there. Unstoppable bit is better, definitely the better Runaway Train movie. Whoa, he's throwing it a window. Look at Eric Roberts trying to stick up for her. I thought she was too old for him, but apparently he's still going to defend her. Is this the emotional climax? I mean, there's 25 minutes left, so I really hope not. Do you know what the sad part is? Is I feel like a lot of the prison stuff at the start is kind of unnecessary. You really could have just started this with like them, like you could have had just a quick montage of them escaping the prison, and like cut out like 15-20 minutes of the movie at the start. Oops. Emotion. How would we get a naked void loop scene then? We wouldn't, and that is the beauty of it. I thought you was my friend. I thought we was partners. Shit. I can't do the voice, but yeah, we don't know why they did that. I'm sure there's an explanation, but the movie did not make it clear. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. I mean, John Voight and Eric Roberts, I think, are expendable. Of Mason Men on a Train. That's what they should have called it. Of Mason Men on a Train. Oh yeah, the Academy couldn't not love that scene. It was inspirational. Wait, is Voight dead? Nah, the shouldn't body heat. I get it. I get it. Yeah, that's in P.T. Barnum. The two greatest mysteries of the 20th century. I want to recut this movie, but it's only from the perspective of our leads. They have no idea about all the railway bureaucracy going on. Oh, really, David? That's bad timing. These deep points of the movie's making. With all of this technology. It's basically that scene in Superman where he's like, I couldn't save him. With all my powers, I couldn't save him. Yeah, when Pa Kent dies. Oh, here comes the warden. He's not the one dangling, though? Come on. And Chernobyl, yeah, that's relatively soon too. All I can think about now that you've said speed up the train is the end of Speed when Keanu Reeves says, we're gonna speed it up. Oh, I thought you thought that was funny. Oh my god. The warden is going to get hit by the train as he's dangling from a helicopter. Yes. Yes. Do it. I'm right here. Do it. Yeah, but this hasn't really been that good an action movie though either. This one required better acting. Oh. Sure, the train will run out of fuel eventually. Actually, no, maybe not. Because they're all electrical now, right? Or even by the 80s, they're all electrical. From the power lines. Yeah, ignore me. Yeah, the shots of the helicopter and stuff are not bad. I feel like it's been to the same tunnel like 3 times now, though. Helicopter pilot died during production. Well, geez, it wasn't worth someone dying over. That is a shame. Yeah, probably, David. Well, because pretty much all trains now are just powered through the electricity line in the track. And they have been for a long time. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago though, Renegade. Like before this movie, a long time ago. Trains in the US are diesel powered? Maybe you're right. Uh, Oh, look at me still hanging on. I, we need. We really need more of an arc for the two characters, I think. Subway's definitely working electricity, yeah. I'm pretty sure our regular trains work in electricity too, as well. Because the power lines above the track on the outdoor trains. Well, yeah, maybe some freight trains. Use diesel. It's a bad sign that the movie's climax is making me yawn. Yeah, I gotta say, I can't agree with Ebert on this one. So does Voight's character sacrifice his life and therefore get a nomination for an Oscar as a reformed convict? He ain't reformed. If he sacrifices himself here, it's mainly out of like I don't want to go back. They'll never take me alive. You know, ain't nothing reformed about that. All I know is what we are. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. The warden's on the train. I repeat, the warden is on the train. I don't like either character. I don't know. I don't want either of these guys to win. I want both Voight and the warden to meet a grisly end. That was a bit anticlimactic. Oh, I hear a cat. Oh shit. So I would like to say this movie does not count as a good movie, Peter, just because it has Oscar nominations. Don't try to shortchange us. Honestly, I thought there was a chance this would be good. But I agree it's not. I agree it's not. I'm disappointed. Oh. Oh. Firefly. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to miss you, baby. I don't want to miss a thing. Hey, he's been a little shit. I let him out, and then he was nagging me to get back in, so I let him back in, and now he's just... You won't leave me alone. Go away. Go lie somewhere. Oh, he's having one redemptive act. He's saving the others. Copyright strike. I feel like my singing's not good enough to to trigger it. Are we really not counting Under Siege 2 as a good train movie? Because, come on. Unstoppable's fun. I mean, Strangers in a Train's definitely the best one. Thomas the Tank Engine. I wish I cared right now during this big operatic separation. He could do that from the other side, you're right. He wants to die though. He wants to go out a crazy prison hero. Oh, Howl. Yes, Howl was not bad. Ah, ooh. Oh, Train-to-Busan, of course, Train-to-Busan. That's up there with the best. He's riding the train into the sunset. He's actually riding the train. He's on top of it. No beast so fierce, but no some touch of pity, but I know none, and therefore I'm no beast. Richard III. It ended with a Shakespeare quote. I don't think this movie was befitting of an operatic ending with a Shakespeare quote. I don't know about you guys. I feel like that was kind of out of tone, but I mean, maybe you'll disagree. I don't know. I have to admit I'm disappointed. I was hoping for a fun movie, and it was kind of dull. Well, I could take my headphones off for a bit. That's good. I can hear my voice again properly. Operatic means Oscars. Right, let's turn the PS4 off because I don't need it on anymore. I don't need to see the end of the credits. I think I'm okay. Right, well, that was rough. Remember the Shakespeare quality soliloquy about the folly of man's technological hubris. Oh, why did I just turn the TV off? That was not the button I meant to press. Come on. Come on. What about the end credits scene? If there is one, you know what? I can live with not seeing it. No, worse, human. Where's the giant train crash we were promised during the whole movie? I know. One giant cock tease. La 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 la. Okay. God. Incentive. Well, that is a stretch. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't go beyond its canon roots. I guess it's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, well. Disappointing. Disappointing. Right, let's wake up a little bit before we decide what we're doing for round two. The guy from Mississippi died today? What, you mean the mad scientist? they had to settle for Robertson fought and accidentally got 2 Oscar nominations. mm. Mm. Oh god. Rough times, rough times. No, I've not seen Under the Shadow. Right. That's a shame. It's a shame. Okay. Probably just be 3 picks from Prime, I think. I think. Do, 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 do. Someone get D shot down so I can snipe him. Well, I'll let it run through the second movie. I mean, we can do the current standings for picking the second one, but then let it continue through the second movie, if that makes sense. Uh, yeah, I don't even blame anyone for not tipping. The movie did not inspire it. There was no good kills. There was no. I mean, the only thing that anyone could have tipped for in honor of the movie was maybe the oh my god, the Kling film and rap, in the wax, the lubing Kling film scene. David's not an animal. He's even worse. He's human. I don't. Na 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 na. As it stands, Fletcher, you do get veto powers for this round, and David gets to pick. Stabbings. Oh yeah, stabbings could have been tip worthy. I mean, that's up to you guys to decide. I'm merely suggesting things that are similar to what has inspired tips in the past from movies. What are we watching next? Well, going with the current standings, I'll give 3 options, and Fletcher can veto one, and then David gets to pick between the 2 that are left. Unless you would rather I just give 3 options for a vote, and we let the boss goal just ride through the second movie for the third one. Or we still let it ride through. I mean, we're letting it ride through no matter what, but do we still use the standings of the boss thing to pick this one, or just do a vote for this round? Sperm equals tips. You're going to make me pick some weird movies that I do if I'm looking for tips. Oh. I donated for every Academy Award worthy performance. Alright. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think what we'll do is we'll do a vote for this one. And we'll let the boss ride through for the third movie. So at the end of the second movie, whoever's boss gets to pick after runner-up gets to veto. Alright? This one will just be a vote for everyone via a Google Doc. I will put a mix of potential good movies and schlock. 252. Thanks, Fletcher. Very specific. Very specific.
This was garbage. You understand?
Very specific.
Well, the leprechaun, of course. That's the most iconic.
Oh, right. Oh, Rude Boy just tipped as well. Oh, thanks, Rude Boy. Yeah, Taylor's gonna hit that odd amount. You're right. You want Alligator on the vote? I could arrange it. Tim with a mini review. What's he reviewing? On Twitter, I assume? Wait, via the Screams thing? Go to Watch the Grudge 2020 in about 5 minutes. Maybe I'll live tweet it and see if anyone wants to watch along. Starting now. I forgot this is a Sony IP. Would love to see a Spider-Man vs. Grudge someday. 2004 is a period piece? Oh hell yeah, shout out to Pennsylvania. He gave up. He gave up 20 minutes into it. That's pretty funny. Had to even out my prepaid credit card. That's fair enough, Fletcher. I love how Tim liked all those tweets on his personal account. That's pretty funny. Ronin? I've seen Ronin before, Eric. I typically pick movies that I've not seen for the sake of racking up some movie watches. Right, let me update the bar, and then I'll make this little Google Doc. So it goes up to 12:52. Because the super chats don't automatically go on it, annoyingly. Oh, what date did I have for this ending? I can't remember. I think it may have been that, but I could be wrong. Oh, looks about right. 30 something days. Ducks. Ducks, ducks, ducks. I did not know that, but it's automatic anyway, so it makes sense. I haven't seen Nikita. That's true. I typically try and pick movies that are on Prime or Netflix, so people have got easy access to them. Every so often, though, I'll pick something that isn't, and people can choose if they want to rent it. What about me? What about you, David? What about you? uh, Make copy. Are you asking why you're not picking? I said we'd let that ride out to the third movie, and this one would be a vote for everyone. Would you rather the boss gets to pick twice? Number 4. Oh, it was you guys that picked Nightstick last time? Oh, you thought I heard see? Oh no, I didn't see her name. I think I did anyway. Right. I'm putting in options from the watch list. You guys, my ass. Hey, you guys picked Naystick, right? You voted for it. Pause got stupid. Gets picked twice. I'm glad people are enjoying the. All right. Vote for movie number 2 in there. There's a serious movie, and then some fun ones. I have to add 5 to the meter, do I? Yours and Elsa's both going automatically. So 10's accounted for. It was only a 252 I had to add. Hey, Rogersy. I mean, I can fix the delay just now if I end the stream and come back. All these choices suck. What? Nah, yours made it 10, rude boy. Oh, this is a heated vote, this one. I saw you said you were an Oscar winner, yes. Very good. Okay, who's left in space? Is that Cindy? That feels like Cindy being cheeky. You want the delay to be shortened? Hold on. Alright. You know what? I'll go offline for a second and fix the delay, okay? Would that please people? Oh, we're actually up in viewer count. Usually that doesn't happen when we're watching movies. Fairly finished my flash drawing if you ignore the fact that I didn't colour in and I'm now single. What? Oh. Right, hold on. Let me end the stream. Right, I'm going to end the stream and be back in a second, okay? I might have to like duplicate the stream to do this annoyingly, but right, I'll be back in a second.